Hello and welcome to another episode of Plus 63 HP podcast. I'm one of your hosts, John Clemente. I'm alongside one of my bestest best friends, Chubax.
Hi, I'm Chubax.
There you go. And this week we have a treat. We have a third chair, another one of our bestest best friends, also another host on our pod because this is a community pod. RJ Villanueva.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to be here today.
There you go. Oh, and even more treat squared. We have a fourth chair, our peanut gallery, another one of our bestest best friends. We have a lot of best friends. We have Mark Vargas.
About fucking time.
There you go. A bit of housekeeping before we start. The Plus 63 HP podcast is our channel. A couple of best friends talking about stuff that they like to share to all of you guys. So you are entertained. You can watch good stuff, listen to good stuff, read good stuff, and play good stuff. We also have a D&D a playlist, a D&D channel. So we play Dungeons and Dragons every weekend. Those episodes come out every Thursday, midnight Eastern Standard Time and noon on Philippine Standard Time. So if you want to see four almost 40-year-old people running their first ever D&D campaign amateurly, but super enjoyably, hit up our channel. So search us in YouTube plus 63HP. We are on Twitter. Interact with us at plus 63HP. And we are in the major podcasting services all around the globe. So if you have Apple Podcasts, Spotify, just search plus 63HP and you can listen to all of our shenanigans and hopefully you can learn stuff from us and from all of the things that we share. Housekeeping done. Now we get to have some fun. It's like the highlight of my week, chatting with my bestest best friends about all the stuff that we've been through. We try to start our episodes with a little bit of personal update, so you get to know a little bit more about the people that you're listening to. So
No
we
dad talk.
arranged
No dad talk this week.
no dad talk this week, but for this week,
We need to give some
um,
time to
we,
you guys.
yeah, we wanted to provide a little bit of update from the new people on our chairs, and we had a very scientific program, an AI program to rank who goes first, and the program decided to go with the most handsome person first. So RJ,
That's
what
Mark.
do you
Hi,
have
I'm
updates for
Chubax. Oh, sorry.
I'm Jong. Oh my God.
Lies.
So RJ will give us a little bit of update on like what do you want to update us about?
Oh, it's just really been busy. Been working nonstop. Had two speaking engagements with our local telco, Globe Telecom.
Fancy, yeah,
Um,
it's nothing fancy, just a couple of
Nothing
speaking
fancy, just a few
engagements.
talks. Being invited, talk about productivity, IT stuff. Nothing special, but more than that, I guess my highlight for the month was that I finally got to see a photo of my kids. So it's
Oh,
been
A little bit of
couple of
background, a little bit of background.
a little bit of
Uh,
background. So I was married once to a Hong Kong Canadian. We also divorced, but we have two kids.
mhm.
And since we separated in 2014, I haven't really seen my kids then. I would get like an occasional stolen photo. Um, Long story from other sources,
Mhm.
but very minimal or no contact at all. So surprisingly, it was my ex-wife who actually sent the photos.
Oh, that's nice.
I
So,
know it was very thoughtful, but obviously she
was it a
blurred all the.
surprise,
It
or were you
was. It was
chatting?
absolutely.
Oh,
No, we don't actually talk unless she needs stuff. Anything from my from my end, but I don't really get to see the kids. But
you
she
don't get
sent
to
a
talk
photo.
them at all?
Not at all. Not at all. Press release is that their dad has passed on to another life. So
mm.
that kind of stops it. But hopefully
Wait.
someday.
Which dad? Her dad or?
Their dad. So,
Me.
meaning
You.
RJ
Oh,
is on the
I'm,
is
I'm like
has passed to
sorry.
How'd you
I'm like
die, by the
okay.
way?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Her
natural
story
process.
is
A
I hope
broken
it
dick.
was something cool though.
Yeah, a broken dick would be a great way to die. Uh,
I'd
so
go with
how
the
does it how
icicle falling from an airplane thing.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's
how
probably how it was, how it went down.
how are the
No,
two
but
kids and how are they looking? Looking healthy, looking happy?
absolutely healthy, happy. Ricey is quite tall. I would imagine if she were here with me, she'd probably be very, very close to Bella. So
Mm.
they're about the same age,
Yeah, about the
actually.
same age.
Oh, okay. And then
But
the tinier one, the boy.
oh, my son Nathan, he's looking healthy. He looks like a very active kid, but I obviously didn't really have the chance to grow up with them, so that's one of my biggest regrets. But I'm pretty sure in time I'll be able to make it up to them.
Mm.
If not make up, at least catch up.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
so is there a stepdad in the picture, or is the ex-wife running raising them as a single mom?
Well, I'm not really sure.
Ah,
I hope that they do. I hope that she has someone. I don't want her to be like typically alone, but they seem to be doing well. They're
good.
somewhere in Canada. No idea where exactly.
Where your
Last I heard was
other
Oh.
ex is.
Toronto. Probably together with your ex. I don't know.
That would be so fun. Exchanging notes.
I
Oh,
know, right?
mm.
But yeah, that's basically the highlight. Um, that's on my side. But I'm pretty sure Mark has a lot of updates too.
Mark, what updates do you have on us that you could share to our 16 million subscribers?
Oh,
The
only 16?
millions
Damn.
and
Yeah.
millions of subscribers. Hey, friends, I'm glad to be here for the first time. I'm sad that I've missed a couple of episodes already, but glad to be here with you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, because a lot has been happening recently. Hey, guess what? I'm into farming now. I'm a
Whoa!
farmer.
I heard a
Wait.
That's
little
why I
bit of
haven't
it.
been able to watch anything, any series, any movies, because I've been really busy, really tanned. Check it out.
Holy
Check it
shit.
out.
You have a you have a real
Oh
farmer
my
stand.
goodness.
Check it out.
Are
Yeah,
you
but
like farming legal stuff or
sadly legal stuff. Yeah,
Illegal. Wait, where's the farm? How
not
big
too
is it?
good for the rep. We set up a farm in Lukban, which is my wife's province,
Hmm.
and
That's
we
Quezon, right?
partnered with this farm cooperative,
Quezon.
and oh, money's good in farming. I never
Ooh.
thought money was good in farming, so kind of sad that I wasted my life in corporate, but glad to be in farming now.
Mark, I still don't
How
have a Xbox. The new Xbox.
I got you.
Merry Christmas.
First harvest, I got you.
I
You'll
only
get a
have one
box
PS5.
of
Jack has
harvest?
both. Don't
I
listen
have
to
only
Jack.
I only have
Harvest.
one PS5 though. I need another one in the bedroom. So, but how often are you in the farm?
Right now, we're setting up. We just cleared the land. We're about to plant the crops. First harvest will be 6 months, and
Mhm.
then
Nice.
it'll go on and on and on and on.
But are you there 3 days a week, 4 days a week?
We went for it because the hardest part in farming, is
The start.
to find a buyer for your crops. But we already have, so
Done,
done.
done,
I'm
done.
in. I'm in.
But
So,
are you commuting from Marikina to
Yeah,
Lukban?
I
How often?
drive. Yeah, it's a 3-hour drive. Uh,
No, not
the
bad.
past weeks I've been there like twice a week. I even bring the kids because
yeah,
because
that's
their
Uh-huh.
school
why
is online, so I can bring them with me.
That's true. That's true. That was
That's
the
the
other
good.
kids are
question.
just listening online, but they're doing the farming. They're just listening.
Child labor, by the way, is illegal.
Hey,
We
hey,
That's
you
why
got
want
Mark
that
has
new?
government
three kids.
people who are listening to this.
You want that new iPad? There's 1
Yeah,
acre there. Clear it.
but yeah, I'm here now. It's been long overdue. Let's get it on.
I mean,
Congratulations.
if Mark got dark, I wonder how dark the kids got. If they're the ones plowing the field, you know.
They're probably wearing just like,
They're sheltered. They're
boxer
my
shorts.
babies.
They're just boxer shorts because the clothes, Mark.
They're my
we
babies.
can't launder this. So we'll just wear it again.
They're my
Do it
babies.
naked.
Hey, ladies, don't I look sexy? Don't my tan lines look sexy?
Yes, you do, buddy.
That's
For me-
one.
Yeah,
For me,
let's get it on.
not
I'm
so
so
much of
ready
an
to talk
update.
to you guys.
I just bought a New Jersey.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's my boy, Luca. That's my
MVP,
boy.
MVP for the
boy.
2022
boy
season.
right there. That's my boy right
MVP.
there.
That's about it for me.
MVP.
We'll do more updates on me next week when we have more time.
Okay. My update. So for the previous listeners, I went out on my first trip with my now girlfriend Courtney to the Hamptons last week. So this week she started her new job. So she's been very, very busy, super tired, but she's very happy with the new job and it's great. The only update is we're older and I'm the only technically single person in our very, very big group of friends. So it's so I've gone through all the different dating types and it's for right now it's super fun and invigorating to be actually dating in a very, very super mature and stable sense where you get to talk about your schedule and all of your other stuff. So um the update is she is going to go on a 2-week trip pretty soon. So the week after next, she's going to be out for 2 weeks. So it was just refreshing for me to just like, hey, I'm going to go out for 2 weeks. I'll see you then. It's like, cool. Like there's no, behave and, there's no threats of like, don't go out. It's like she knows that I won't be doing something stupid. I know she's not doing something stupid. So it was just like a very relaxed Friday evening where we spent together, where I caught up with my assignments for this week for the shows that
Except for
we need to
Malignant.
watch, except for one. And then we also started our morning with this testing out the new McDonald's and Kind of Funny poll against McGriddles and Sausage McMuffin. I am McGriddles all the way. And I had McGriddles this morning and I still love it. So
I
yeah,
have never
that's
had McGriddles.
so that's the thing. There's no I think it's
Yeah,
a
me
US
too.
thing, right?
What is McGriddles?
It's
Yeah.
basic. It's sausage McMuffin with egg, but replace the muffin with pancake like bun. Right? So that's
Thicker?
it.
Thicker
Oh,
pancake?
okay.
No,
Thicker
it's
than
not
pancake?
thicker. It's kind of the
Or is
same
it
as
pancake?
pancake. It is
Oh.
So it's just
pancake,
like
Here,
has a little bit of syrup.
You see it?
Oh, yeah.
so if you had a
I see it.
two-piece pancake, if you had a two-piece hot
Looks
cake and
yummy.
sausage, and then put it together, that's the McGriddle.
Exactly. It's basically a bite of it is a big breakfast because a big breakfast is pancake, sausage, and eggs,
With
right?
egg.
No maple
Yeah, that's
syrup,
right.
huh?
I was supposed to say
I would put maple
McMuffin
syrup.
first, but this looks good.
It has a
No.
little bit of maple syrup in it, so it's a little sweet. So the debate was people
think-
were debating whether do you like your savory, like your sausage, with your sweet, a pancake. So I typically don't like that. I don't like my crepes or like my pastry with meat in it. But this
Okay.
is the exception. So I super love this. Like now I'm so glad that there's no McDonald's near me. Else
Is
I'll
that,
be going
is
there.
that bacon? Is that bacon?
You can
It
also have a
seems like
bacon.
bacon,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a sausage, egg, and cheese, and there's a bacon, egg, and cheese version of McGriddle, much like the much like the McMuffin. So
I think
There you go.
locally, Jollibee came out with with something like that because I
Yeah, but
remember
they taste
ordering.
so different.
Yeah, I mean,
My
Jollibee.
dream meal. No, I like different some of
I like
different things
well
from both.
personally.
my dream
know,
meal.
but
my
personally,
dream meal, which I've only done once, because there's
What?
in like in Commonwealth, there's is that San Antonio when you turn left or when you U-turn
San
and then you
Antonio
turn
Village, Don Antonio.
Yeah, Don Antonio.
Don
sorry.
Antonio, I
left?
think.
There's a
Yeah.
street there with a McDonald's and a Jollibee. So my dream
Ooh.
meal
Ah,
is
yeah.
I get the champ from Jollibee and then I get the fries from McDonald's.
From
That's
McDonald's.
Awesome. There you go.
Sweet
There you go.
combination, yeah.
Or
Smart.
get the spaghetti
Smart
from
boy.
Jollibee and get the nuggets from McDonald's.
Donald.
That's
Yep.
another thing. Yeah.
True.
I saw Jong's meal recently.
Yeah.
Is
So
Jollibee close to you there in New York? Or?
no, so the okay, another small update is our office is open, but we're not
Oh,
required
yeah.
to go back to the office yet. And even when we do go back to the office, it's going to be 3 days a week. And our team's like, doesn't matter how many days you go to the office, everybody knows what we're doing. We're working, we're fine. But this week, there were 2 days that I went back to the office because a part of my team went in Tuesday, another part went on Thursday, to just essentially meet each other. Like, hey, we're in the city, let's hang out. So on Wednesday, oh no, so yeah, on no Tuesday. On Tuesday, we had our first team happy hour, which is very, very weird to meet your office mates for the first time in like 18
A
months.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
over.
working for almost 2 years and I've never seen them in person. So most of the comments are like, "Whoa, you're way taller than I thought you were." And of course, mine's like, "Oh, I didn't realize that you're that short." But either way,
Wait,
so
wait. Sorry. Were they surprised that you were tall, or?
they were surprised how short I was
Ah.
because they always said like, "You always have this big personality on camera," but I purposely put my angle looking down because if it's low and it looks like I'm tall, they'd be even more surprised how short I am in person. But yeah, we had our first like team lunch, and then we had a very, very quick happy hour, and the happy hour was in like 40th and Ninth in the city, right across Jollibee. So th- I had to I
Of
had to
course.
get.
Did you introduce them to
And the
Jollibee?
thing, what? No, I told them like there is like, well, most of my teammates are like these health nuts that are not, won't even eat or won't even consider what fast food is. So I told them like it's the most
Did you
popular
fire
fast
them,
food.
or?
I should have, right? It's like, so yeah, I got a 6-piece chicken bucket and like this giant tub of spaghetti and then
I
3 peach
know.
mango pies. So
Peach
I
mango
had
pies.
I
Always the
was
way to
like,
go.
how
Always the
does
way to
that
go.
fit in Jong? I mean,
Well, I ate it in 3 days. So I
okay,
had
okay.
2-piece chicken and spaghetti and a peach mango pie for dinner that night and dinner the next day and then lunch the next day. So it was 3 days, but I
Jong,
was very
you
happy.
talking
So
about spaghetti gives me nightmares up to this day.
why?
Remember Subic where you cooked spaghetti
Remember
for like
Subic
50
when
people?
you yeah,
There was
when
just
Well,
you
you.
made when you made us into soup kitchen people.
well,
Are we feeding a
I
country?
did. There was just what, three
How
of us,
many
four
were
of us.
you guys back then?
Well, I didn't realize that
Three?
that was that much. I had what, maybe like 5 pounds of
Just
pasta,
like,
maybe 6 pounds.
What the fuck?
With hot dogs and
Nice.
everything. That was fun. That was fun. But
Yeah.
I okay. I think
It
we've
tasted good for the first couple of plates.
after the
But
first
Yeah,
play.
dude, but if it's for
No.
50, come on.
back to your
Oh,
office mates, I always remember Samuel L. Jackson in SWAT. How can you trust a man who doesn't eat a hot dog?
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. But how can you
True.
trust a man who only eats chicken nuggets, right?
Oh, that's another.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's another
opposite side. I always love catching up, and we will continue to catch up. But one of the reasons why we wanted to share our weekly conversations to everybody is we have some opinions, and we have watched a lot of cool shit, and we want to share the cool shit that we watch. So, um, right now we're gonna shift into actual conversation opinion mode. And in the meat of our episodes, we will be discussing some of the shows that we've watched for the past couple of weeks, drop some opinions, and see whether you, our listener or viewer, should watch it yourself. So, which one are we going to start with? Are we going to start with the most popular one?
Let's go.
Right. Okay. First
Go for
topic
it.
is the last few episodes of What If. So the last few episodes, for those who haven't seen it, we're not caught up. There's the Killmonger episode where Tony Stark was saved by Killmonger
Killmonger.
In
instead of
Afghanistan.
himself. Yeah. And then
Preventing him
the
from
second
becoming Iron
episode,
Man.
yeah. And second episode is Party Thor, where Thor never had Loki as a brother. So instead of Odin raising Loki as his son, adopted son, he returned it to the ice dudes, right? And
The
then
ice
it
giants. That's right.
without the constant tension or battling between Loki and Thor, Thor became more of like a party dude and
Pompous, self-righteous prince.
right the party prince instead of the Lord of Thunder. So I'll go straight to you, Chubax. What did you think about the episodes?
Do we
And
start with Killmonger?
let's start with Killmonger.
Oh,
Yeah.
'cause I missed this last week, right? Did you know
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I liked it. It was very. It had a lot of kind of new stuff. A little predictable, but Michael B. Jordan was really good.
Mhm.
So again, Chadwick Boseman is just sad. Always sad whenever he appears, but appreciated. I like it. I just didn't like that it ended in the cliffhanger hanger again.
That's true.
So
That's
yeah.
true.
How about you, Jay?
How about you?
Like it?
Oh, you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think it was one of the more believable what ifs. I mean, if you go through the entire list, you've got the zombie Avengers, you've got Doctor Doom becoming
Doctor Strange.
General Evil. This I feel is one of the more believable ones, in my opinion. It could have happened, and it's okay. I mean, I liked it. I liked how it. I liked the entire story of it, and it made his case actually stand out. I mean, from the movie The Black Panther, it made his case more or less like I sympathized more with Killmonger, in this
Oh,
particular
really?
what if.
Mm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
actually did. I
didn't
mean,
like
in the
that
movie,
go.
in the movie, I felt like he was really villainized, right? I mean, obviously he also had a case, but I still felt like he was just pure evil. But in this quick what if, I felt like it was justified. I don't know. Maybe they didn't play so much on what was done to his father and his siblings.
Mhm.
That's why he wanted to take over the throne, right? He wasn't hated basically by the Black Panther. So I felt it was. I mean, yeah, he wasn't the good guy, but he wasn't really that bad of a villain. So it was all right.
I like that it
Yeah.
ended with Pepper and Shuri at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you don't know what's gonna happen next.
And the only nitpick I had was like the dad. I don't know. Maybe. Well, I guess maybe he was like
He was fooled.
He was guilty
or
that he killed
guilty.
his
Mhm.
brother. So he's more He was delusional in that he was accepting the kid so fast because he's
Yeah.
trying to
That's
maybe
true.
atone for his thing. But it was too. It
He was
was really fast.
overcompensating for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually the thing is I like the episode by the end. When it was starting, I wasn't a big fan because I really thought that this was an opportunity to put Killmonger as a hero
I
instead of a
know.
villain,
I agree.
right? So, but the thing is, I was happy that they went this route. Like they went to a place where essentially the easiest thing was to make Killmonger, oh, save Tony Stark, become Iron Man, and be, Iron Man plus Wakanda, whatever, right? So I thought that seeing the trailers and um, the people's predictions on what the episode will be, I thought that was
Mhm.
going to be the case,
No,
but I'm glad that it wasn't. Right? I'm
no,
glad
for
that
me,
it
'cause
was.
remember my theory about Doctor Strange?
Mhm.
Because RJ, we have a theory. I have a theory where the Doctor Strange in the No Way Home trailer is the Doctor Strange
Yeah.
from What If.
Okay.
Oh,
It's like
I could see that. I could see that
because
happening.
it was too fast, right? Why would you just rewrite the world for Peter Parker unless you're kind of twisted? So maybe he found a way to replace him. So I was hoping. I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I was like hoping that here, like Jong, you said, Killmonger was a good guy, a hero here, and then maybe when they fucked up with the multiverse, he jumps to our time, to the real world, and he becomes the Black Panther in our world. So we got Michael B. Jordan as Black
Michael B.
Panther to
Jordan.
replace Chadwick Boseman. But
Black Panther 2.
I know, right? So that was my dream with
Yeah.
Michael B.
Sweet.
Jordan. But I guess we're gonna get Shuri, so we'll see how they
Yeah,
do.
yeah. This one was like I do the thing that I like the most about the Killmonger episode is they showed how not only is he like a killer, but he is very smart,
Smart.
very
Yes.
manipulative to literally have Tony Stark and then the United States government go to Wakanda
For war. And
to
just train them
Wakanda and
both,
have
yeah.
a war so he can take over Wakanda and fight over back the United States and like Tony Stark and Shield and whatever. So that was, that was quite ingenious. I also particularly like the fact that in the end Shuri was not fooled about what Killmonger was doing. So did Pepper Potts. So, a little bit of girl power there. Like, all the dudes, all the boys got duped by this handsome Michael B. Jordan
I would
guy.
have been duped.
And that would have been so that was good. But yeah, also like I'll accept the cliffhanger here. It is what if that is kind of their thing, episodic, whatever. But um,
They will
yeah,
tie
I
it
really
up,
like
right?
it.
Though.
The thing is like there are some episodes like the upcoming episode that we're gonna talk about. Um, the Thor episode is semi cliffhanger or semi not finished. So there might be episodes that
Because
are
there's a
tied
scene
in
in
together and
the
some that are
yeah,
not.
there's a scene in the ad in the trailer where they're together, right? Like Thor,
Yeah, yeah,
Party
yeah. There,
Thor
but
with Gamora, but
yeah,
yeah, it could be another what if.
yeah. I don't know if all the episodes will tie in together, or only a few. Because like, how are you gonna tie together the zombie episode, right? Or how are you gonna tie the episode where the Avengers are dead while sometimes they're alive? So we'll see. I trust Feige in whatever. So,
Of course.
Hmm.
In
mm.
Feige we
So
trust. Yeah.
Feige we trust.
where do you rank Killmonger in the episodes? Like, let's
Maybe
not
mid,
number it yet.
yeah,
Mid
mid tier.
Jay,
Yeah.
where do you think along the what if episode, where's the Killmonger top, mid, bottom?
Well, right now we're at 7 episodes, right? So I'd say about 4 or 5
Really?
somewhere.
Mid to
That's a
low.
bit sad because
Yeah.
in my book, Killmonger is the best villain in the MCU.
No, the villain.
No, I mean
yeah, but the
for that
episode.
what if.
Yeah,
Episode.
For what if?
that's why I'm sad because
Oh,
his
'cause you haven't.
episode for What If is just mid level,
Mhm.
but he's
Correct.
he's
Yeah.
the top villain for me.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did you
No,
see
what
the
I like-
episode, Mark?
Nope.
Well,
Oh, you
look
should. You
forward
should.
to
I
it.
mean, it's
Yeah.
really worth watching. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
gonna
this
catch up.
entire
Don't worry.
series of.
I'm gonna catch up.
He's watching.
So-
Like the
Uh,
entire series of what if.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
it-
what Mark's gonna happen is get one of those Apple glasses when it does come out, so that he can download the episodes and then watch it while farming.
No.
While whipping
I'm
his
gonna
kids.
get Michael B. Jordan to reenact in front of me.
dude, if you can
Alright.
do that, I think the three of us are gonna start farming as well. You do
Like,
need.
I can afford Michael B. Jordan.
right?
So next episode. All right. So the fun episode, Party Thor episode. Do the round again, Chubax. What do you think? And where do you
This-
rank?
I don't know. I'm torn on this because plot wise and like plot wise, this one was like low, like bottom three. It's just not like there's no depth to it, the plot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just so freaking fun. Like
Ah.
everything about it was just it was just one like Thor, which was it was good how they characterized it because in the original Thor, he already had that kind of arrogance like party thing, but he was a little more responsible because Loki was the bad boy,
Mhm.
right? So he he was forced to be kind of good. But here,
Mhm.
since Loki's not there as his brother, he just went all out party boy, and which is
Mhm.
funny because Loki, growing up with the Frost Giants, would become best friends.
Exactly.
Better, like, so it's weird, but yeah, it was just fun to see Thor rock out versus Captain Marvel. Kat Dennings, Darcy was fun,
Oh God.
right?
Dennings.
All the cameos, Korg, the Frost Giants, Nebula. It was
The,
just a
co-
fun.
well, the dude from Sakar, Griff Goldblum.
Oh, the Grandmaster was DJing in Las
Gra-
Vegas,
go
Grandmaster.
Yeah.
and then getting the scooter with his assistant.
Topaz.
The
Topaz. Let's go.
plot wise, it was low, but everything else was just fun and everything.
Mm.
And the ending, Who do you think was in the inside Ultron? Was it Hank Pym
It
again?
was Vision.
Was it Vision?
It's
It looked like a person.
Ultron
I
should have
think
been Vision.
Ultron should have
So
been Vision.
I
That's
know,
right.
so it
but
was actually Ultron, but in the form of Vision. So
I
there
don't
you
know. The
go.
the
If Ultron finally
the
upload,
the face kind of looked like Ant-Man suit. I'll have to look. I just only saw it once, so I'll have to look at it again.
for me it's like
We'll
I
review. Yeah,
yeah.
can
But
review it.
also like for me like close bet is like Ultron in or Age of Ultron in the Avengers movie. He was gonna look like that had he uploaded himself to Vision's body instead of Jarvis. So
Ah, good point.
right, so
Good point.
I figured like he was able to upload himself into onto a humanoid android body.
Hmm.
So I guess I'm like yeah,
Okay,
it
so
looks
maybe it is Ultron.
yeah,
Probably, yeah.
yeah. Jay, what do you think about the Party Thor episode?
I agree with Chewy. It was a fun episode. I also enjoyed it. I was like imagining would have been fun if we had someone to hang out like that too with us. So hey, you do me, and you do
You
me,
do me,
and
you
you.
do me, you do me.
Skulls.
You guys
Skulls.
get me. You guys get me. And then
Oh,
he turns around, and then he was like, "Oh, I almost didn't see you there. Good thing I didn't stand on you."
yeah.
So
So
And I just love how they're all
I love the
all
arrogance.
scared of Frigga.
yeah.
Frigga's
Exactly,
Yeah.
coming.
exactly.
My mom is coming. She's angry.
The Odin wife.
Oh.
Exactly.
And you,
Oh
Joe?
man, it was good.
I get exact. I was 100% with you, Chubax. You know, plot wise, maybe the first 5 6 minutes, I was like, maybe this is just one of those filler episodes. We always need a filler episode somewhere. But the more that I saw it, I enjoyed how many cameos are there, or yeah, not necessarily cameos, but how many characters were shown. Like all of the skulls were there, all of the Asgardian bros and sisters were there. Frigga was back. I love Ice Thor the best. Cool Thor. That was probably one of my most favorite characterizations of Loki as ever. Um, and the idea of the main thrust that I like about the episode is like changing one small thing kind of changes the entire universe. Like again,
Like with Wakanda. I with
like
T'Challa.
like with T'Challa being able to diplomatically negotiate with Thanos. Same here. It's just like without Thor and Loki, or without Loki trying to be mischievous because he's been himself the entire time. He's not trying to be somebody else. The entire world just comes together to have fun, right? They were all just having
Yeah.
fun.
And
And I
you know
love that
my
fact.
favorite scene is the scene where they're eating Chinese outside of a restaurant and they're just
Oh,
in the street by the
yeah.
alley. It's just like us,
I love
It's like
Chinese.
it's just like
Late night Chinese.
grounds it in reality. Like even though it's like Loki answering a call on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like
that
this,
was
like
Chris
hello.
Hemsworth, right?
Yeah, everybody. It was so that was the other thing too. I've been ragging on Sebastian Stan's
Mark,
horrible
if you hear it,
voice acting.
Sebastian Stan as Bucky, it sounds so bad. I don't know why.
It's
What?
weird. It's just weird. Maybe he doesn't know how to speak to
He
a
doesn't
mic.
know how to
Oh,
voice
okay.
act, but
Yeah, yeah.
acting wise, he's great. But here in the What If, he's just
Yeah.
been sticking
Yeah,
out like a sore thumb.
It
Chris
does
Hemsworth
feel
was really
weird when
good.
you're in the studio instead of acting it,
yeah. I mean,
Chris
acting it
there's
out.
Hemsworth was really good. I
so
mean, you
this
could
one
feel
there were
him.
spots. Yeah, there were spots where like, oh, this must have been like a third, fourth take of a voiceover. Like some of his jokes were like not flat. It's just like delivered weirdly. The joke was good, luckily, but the delivery
The
was off. But
delivery was
90% of the time, even like the interactions
You
with
just feel
Natalie
him.
Portman, right? It's like,
It was
oh,
Natalie
it
Portman.
is, it is with Natalie Portman, yeah.
I know it was Kat
And
Dennings.
and Kat Dennings, she cannot do wrong. I
Yeah.
love her. I'm just a little bit sad that spoiler alert, Kat Dennings gets married to Howard the
Oh,
Duck. So I'm happy for them, but Kat Dennings is my girl. Uh, but yeah, it super fun acting on everybody's end. That wasn't Rene Russo though, from what I
Frigga.
remember. So
For
um
Frida.
for Frigga, but
Frigga.
everything else was super fun. Like Tom Hiddleston was so good in that. Even for for the Captain Marvel stuff, I was pretty happy, and the action too, like
The
the
visuals.
bits of action animations that they did, one showing how powerful both Thor and Captain Marvel are. Um, Pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. But again, I still consider this a filler episode up until the end, where again, spoiler alert, we're talking about a review. So if you haven't seen the episode, like Mark, at the end, when Ultron with the Infinity Stones come out, that's when it kind of ties back into maybe this multiversarial arc that What If is doing. So yeah, watch it. Still
Next
gonna
up.
be low on my tier though.
So next up, we got the one that I missed last week, Kate.
Mhm.
Okay.
These next two videos that we have are both from Netflix. Quick discussions on just like the reviews of other outlets have again. But for those who do not know, Kate, is an action film where Kate. So I'll just read the Netflix description. Slipped a fatal poison on our final job. A ruthless Tokyo assassin has less than 24 hours to find out who ordered the hit and exact revenge. So that was Kate. Kate was this cool assassin, and on his last job, he got poisoned, and he's trying to like fight her way into who poisoned her. We've seen this movie 5,000,000 times. It's
Have
not.
you
It's
did
not
you
gonna
see
be a.
it? The both of you, Jay and Mark.
Yeah.
No,
Sadly,
I
I
missed
saw
out
it.
on Kate.
Okay,
Sadly, I
so
saw it. I saw it
okay.
because of Mary Elizabeth, but
Ah,
that's about it.
yeah.
That's the
That's
Um,
draw.
about it.
Oh, I'm with Jong here. I loved it. I mean, I liked
Really?
it. Yeah, I liked it.
yeah,
Okay.
I liked
You
it.
liked it.
Yes.
Loved it, liked it.
I think I liked it. Liked it.
yeah,
Just
Okay.
like,
yeah.
because I guess coming in, all of the like IGN was giving it a 2, and so I was already like lowered expectation. But I mean, how is that a 2? Like,
Yeah.
plot wise,
So
agreed. It's been done
Yeah,
millions of
yeah.
times.
I agree. I agree on
Um,
that. It ain't a two. It's not a two.
mm,
Characterization, it's weak with her. Like, we can't really relate to her. Sympathize with her
mhm.
because there's really nothing behind her story aside
Yep.
from being an assassin. But the action looks good. Uh,
Action was great.
um, Annie was good.
Yeah,
Uh,
Miku
Miku
Martino.
Martineau, the chemistry
Yeah,
between her and Kate was good. I
exactly.
mean, the car scene.
Even Woody was
Oh,
pretty
Woody was,
okay.
yeah,
Like Woody and
the
Mary.
car scene that when before she crashed. It looked a little CGI, but I like the shot in the idea of it's like he's running so fast, and then the camera angles, the scene, the top down shot was good too, and the action was really good. I thought it was like gonna be bad, but it looked good. So I liked it. It's maybe 6, maybe at times
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to put Kate on the run of show this week is because the main fact that IGN gave it a 2
It's just, yeah.
precisely
It's
to
not a two.
troll.
It's not a two.
Yeah, they're
That's
they're
for sure.
trolling. Yeah, to make there's way more. Again, I've always been I've never been a fan on how IGN kind of rates their reviews their movies. It's super horrible. We'll do a deep dive on that because
Ooh,
I've
that's good.
started researching
Okay.
on like listing down the list. Like they've
Because
given
Yeah,
you know
they've even changed their scoring, right? No
yeah
more
for video games.
decimals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
dude, at 2, it means out of like
No,
get 10
Yeah.
movies, it's like on the bottom 2. Like
no.
everything should be
And yeah,
bad for a 2. The
they
acting, the
scored Ghost in the
scene,
Shell higher than that. The Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson Ghost in the
yeah.
Shell. That's way worse than Kate.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
That's way
Yeah,
worse
that
than
was
Kate.
bad. That was
dude,
bad.
for a 2, everything should suck.
mhm,
Everything, nothing should be nice. I
yeah.
understand. I
Again,
could understand giving a movie like a 5 because a 5 like in Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes, if I see a movie that's 50%, it means some people liked it, some people did not. So I give movies a
Mhm.
shot at 50. I'm not expecting a lot, but
Mhm.
I've had movies where I liked at 50%. I'm not saying it's great.
What's the Rotten
I liked
Tomato
it.
score of Kate?
I think it's
Check it
You
48,
guys
out.
know?
around
Oh,
48
48. Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, but
54, something like that.
and that's why 41.
Okay.
Uh,
And lower.
Like we are I mean the reason why we have this outlet is to, I mean, for people who are you're in your bed, you're blading through Netflix, you see Kate and you've heard bad things about it. Again, if you're looking for a concise, dramatic arc, in-depth story, no, this is an action
Nope.
film. You're not watching a shoot. You're not watching John Wick for the story. You watch it a little bit for the story and the lore, but you watch it for like gun fu and stuff like that. So this one, above average, almost really good stunts, and you can really see that Mary Elizabeth Weinstein did
Yeah.
most of it. Very bloody, so very fun. Great comedy with once Annie, the of course the MacGuffin, enters the story. Um, and well shot. Like it's well shot, good production value. It doesn't look cheap. And that's fun. That's for me. If you have nothing else to watch and you're choosing between Kate and rewatching another series that you've saw or you've
Yeah, give
you've
it a
watched
shot.
before, might as well watch Kate. It's 2 hours, a little bit less. So
Oh,
it's a perfect kind of like watching, eating dinner and watching a movie.
and I have a pitch for a sequel.
Wait,
It's
but she's there.
What?
It's Annie now?
dude,
Go.
Godfather 2 style. Annie becoming the
Oh, okay.
assassin, intercutting with a Kate from the past.
Okay,
Flashbacks,
that's good.
like doing
Yeah,
a mission
Godfather
or
2.
something.
Okay.
Godfather,
Greatest
Robert De
sequel of all
Niro,
time.
Al Pacino. I could play with that.
Robert De
I
Niro.
would watch Annie again.
Yeah, Annie was
But
great.
who's gonna play the young Kate?
That's a good
Herself
question.
again. 'Cause she's there. Um.
I can Marvelize it.
Mark, Mark, you did watch it. So, what are your like thoughts,
Yeah,
final
go.
thoughts about Kate?
Uh, as you've said, it's a recycled story. Yeah, but I watched it for the girl.
We all
Didn't
liked her.
disappoint. Still loved
Still,
her. By the
still love
way,
her.
how do you say her name? Winstead. Winstead.
Winstead.
Winstead. I've
Winstead.
loved
I
this
think so.
Winston.
girl ever since Sky High, and I never learned how to say her name
Sky
properly.
High. Ako, Cloverfield
Since
Lane.
Sky High, Gwen
What was your
Grayson.
first?
Sky High.
No, Jong. What was your
Gwen
first?
Grayson.
She was in what do you call that? The fucking with
Scott
Michael
Pilgrim.
Cera, Scott Pilgrim, right?
No, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
Scott
saw
Ramona.
I saw her first. She was in Death Proof.
oh,
Quentin
Oh, yeah.
Tarantino. She was
Tarantino.
in a cheerleading outfit. She was so
Mm.
hot.
I saw she was great as Ramona, and then
Ramona.
Cloverfield Lane too, right? Cloverfield Lane was when I
Cloverfield
really saw
Lane.
the shed like
That was
dramatic
yeah,
acting
she was
shot.
really good there.
Was
Those
she
eyes.
Ramona?
She was
Those
Ramona.
yeah, she's Ramona.
She's Ramona.
Ramona
Oh,
Flowers.
yeah, she was hot.
Yeah.
You pay for this, Ramona Flowers.
Let's
All
move
right.
on
Yeah, let's
Next
go.
up.
Get it on.
to my
Oh,
idol,
shoot.
Schumacher. Oh
Okay,
my
so
god.
I gave my thoughts last week about
Oh.
Schumacher documentary. So Chubax, take it away.
So
Oh my
I
God.
watched this with the wife, and it's just really depressing. I mean, it was really, I like that it went to like behind the scenes, behind the driver into the man, like more on Michael. A lot of nice shots with the family in the background where he wasn't rich, but his dad owned the go kart. So
Yeah.
that's how he was so good. Even play racing with Mika at a young age.
At the young
And
age.
I read there were some critics also, like there wasn't enough about his return to F1 or the accident. But I think one article said it right, that they missed the point. The point of the documentary was to
Yeah.
peek behind the driver and see the man and
Yeah.
what drove him. I like that they included his crazy
Son,
stunts.
daughter, and wife.
No, the crazy stunts where he hit Damon Hill, and then he
Yeah.
hit
On the final race.
was it Villanueva
to
where he got
decide the
banned?
championship.
He
Oh
got
my
banned for a
god.
year or something. Was it a
Yeah.
year?
No,
A few races
no
or
ban,
something?
no ban. But
Mm.
yeah.
So it was. I agree with you, Jong, that since it's from the 90s, 2000, a lot of the shots were cinematic. It's not like Drive to Survive where
Mhm,
everything's
mhm.
so HD, nice shot, beautifully shot,
Art
Hard Knock
dramatic,
style.
you know.
Yeah.
Bro, forget cinematic. I was so shocked that there was this number of behind the scenes footage in the 90s. I
That's
never
true.
imagined
Yeah.
Yeah.
I well maybe at that point it wasn't behind the scenes. It was just like that was one on broadcast because they don't have a lot of angles like the ones when I remember it was like that Arton Senna argument that they had on the actual field when Arton Senna was like
Yeah.
like it's like you're fucking trying to kill me. He's like oh this is awesome. It's like I was like
But
whoa this is
Yeah, that
great.
was funny. That was funny.
it does make me think a little bit about Jordan because
Mhm.
uh, I always we always loved Jordan because like he would push, right. He was kind of a mean guy, but he did it because he was pushing people. But watching Brady and then watching Michael Schumacher is like you can do
But
it
from
and
the
not be
same
an
cloth.
you can do it
Yeah.
but you can do it without being an ass
Yeah.
because
But Brady's an ass. Come
no,
on,
not to his
man.
teammates.
Not to his
Ask
teammates.
everybody in the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Not to
di
his
ba?
teammates.
Even
Yeah.
they said even the grass cutter wants to be on his A game because doesn't
Yeah.
want to let
True.
Tom Brady down. So he's not an
He's
ass
not
to his
like
teammates.
Kobe
Or Michael.
or Michael, Kobe or
Michael
Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Schumacher the
because
same way.
they
He
were
worked from 8 to 8. Everybody was there late, but everybody loved him, He was according to the documentary, of course.
He's a
But
funny guy.
yeah, but
yeah
He's a funny
yeah
he was
guy.
nice also from the
Yeah.
documentary. He was nice to them. Everybody wanted to push because not in fear, but because they didn't want to let
they
him
just
down.
liked him. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's my favorite
But
part of
behind the
it.
wheel, very different person.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my god.
exactly,
I like that too.
Oh my
exactly.
god.
Yeah, like
Crazy.
even Ross Braun said, that time Michael was wrong. He was the one that
Yeah.
hit Villeneuve. So it was like, but I understand it's a mentality when you get into the car. It's like
Everything shifts.
everything's moving so fast too. So it's his competitive nature, but outside he's
I have to get this out there. I have to get this out there. I'm glad this Schumacher documentary is out because I wanted everyone to see, especially this generation, how Michael
Definitely.
Schumacher is compared to Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is just a pacemaker, but when he's in the middle of the pack, his racemanship is very, very iffy. Very, very mediocre for me. But Schumacher, oh my god, very competitive.
But
Yeah.
my favorite
I'm glad the kids today got to see this.
the favorite meme that I saw that came from the documentary is when Nicky Lauda tells you to go to a crappy team, you
Yep.
go. That's how you win
Niki
five
La-
championships. Because Schumacher went to Ferrari from Nicky Lauda,
Yeah.
and Lewis Hamilton went to a new Mercedes, which was crap, and won 5 titles. It was like
Yeah.
when Nicky Lauda, but he's gone now. Rest in peace. But
Yeah.
that's the meme. Like, and I wanted more of the son. I wanted to see more. I
Yeah.
wanted more of the
Mick.
son though. Yeah, I wanted to
Mick.
see him
Yeah.
relate more of his stories. How he became a driver. But I guess it's not his documentary, so still.
Yeah, but also like it's actually really good that you mentioned like Mick because the bits of Mick that was there was telling you how he idolized his dad. So it's good because
Oh
most of
yeah.
the documentaries that we see has always been like, yeah, my dad's not here because he's always out doing like perfecting his
Yeah.
craft and shit like that. So that was really really good. Yeah, but again, the Schumacher. I hope that people give it more of a shot because I know there's a lot of people out there that are so used to the 30 for 30, hard knocks,
Yeah.
drive to survive. Like every like even the one on the about football on Amazon Studios. Every sports documentary now shot so beautifully that the shots here just really pale into comparison. A lot of it is about the conversation. So I hope they give it a shot to
Yeah.
understand like when he I mentioned this last week. His first win was his first win with Ferrari was the day that Ayrton Senna died, right? So it's
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
his legacy will always start with his main rival and idol dying be somewhere around him because like she was
He was
literally
behind. He was
behind him.
behind him.
He was behind and then it
Yeah. He
was
was rest
nobody
behind.
knew why he just like spun off, but the idea
I
there
think he
it's
was
like
pushing it too much.
too much. Yeah. So he's even that little
Agit.
caveat there, we don't see that on races, we don't see that in sports center highlights. Those are in these deep dive documentaries about the person. And again, it's not pretty. It's not as action packed. You don't see a lot of like cool race stuff, but there's a lot of background that for me it's like, oh, that's I watched this in combination with Drive to Survive, in combination of WTF1, and then you can see various levels of how the psychology of the top race car drivers are in the entire world, and they're
And,
all crazy.
and as a Schumacher and a Ferrari fan, I didn't really know a lot about the preceding years before he won.
Mm.
Because
Again,
I
Benetton,
came into
yeah.
when he won. I think no, even the few years in Ferrari before he won.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
came in when he was winning already. So that was a good thing to watch. Also, why he didn't win and how bad the car was.
And
Yeah.
particularly for
We
the
were there. We were there when he kept losing to Hakkinen.
Hakkinen.
Yes.
That was funny.
Oh, and
No,
I
but
think the next show is about Senna.
nice.
Really,
I think
that's good.
I saw something. I'm not sure if it was a joke, but I saw a couple of entries saying
That's
that that was what's next.
There's another really good F1 documentary years ago. I need to check it out, but it's one of the major drivers. So I think it was about, if it's not Senna, it's about somebody else, but we'll check it out. But yeah, they then again too, it's like we also want to show people that Ferrari used to dominate shit the past 5 6 years. They haven't been doing anything, but
Oh, it's a
they
cycle
used to be
though.
number one.
Yeah.
All right. Schumacher, Kate, give it a shot if you want something light,
Yeah.
semi-brainless, a lot of action. Schumacher, if you want to watch something and learn about one of the legends of
F1.
F1 and one of legends of sports in general.
Definitely
What?
watch it,
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. All right. So
Learn from
this
it.
is going to be more of like the meaty discussion of this week. Um, Last week or a couple of weeks ago, we saw or reacted to a trailer of Squid Game,
Good game.
and now
Oh,
each one of us have seen various levels of
I'm up to
the
7.
series. So we have different views on where we are at in the series. So that's hopefully good context for you to kind of understand what you'd expect this series. So general description of it. Squid Game is a South Korean survival drama streaming television series written and directed by Hwang Dong-hyuk. The 9 episode series starring Lee Jung-jae and Park Hae-sung. So and Hwa Ha-jun. Not a lot of those are familiar to me because I don't do a lot of K drama, but I just know that Storm Shadow is there at some point. So you'll see. Tells
Young
the
Yun
story of a
Kim.
group. Yeah, tells the story of a group of people who are asked to risk their lives in a mysterious survival game with a $45.6 billion won prize. So essentially, this is like a fancy series of Hunger Games type, a post-apocalyptic survival to the death kind of type. So the past week, it has been number one on the what to watch in the US, or like what to watch in Netflix in the US. Why is that so? Because it's pretty cool. So how about you, Mark? You said that you've wait. Let's say first how many episodes we are in, and we'll start with the people that have the least amount of episodes to the most. So I'm done. Mark, you're done, right? You finished the series.
I'm at
Chubax,
Yep.
where are you at?
7. 7.
Episode 7, and RJ, where are you at?
Episode 6.
Okay, so you being the almost at the end, you're still at the meat of the story. What do you think about it? What do you like about it, or what do you don't like about it?
Sure. When I was starting it, it felt like I was watching something similar to I know that there was this show
Alice in
in Japan
Borderland.
that had
Alice in
yeah.
Borderland.
It was pretty much like
That
Alice
was
in
great.
Borderland.
It's
Exactly.
actually in the top 10
But
again because of this good game.
yes, that's
Because
true.
of
That's
this.
true.
Because of
I
Squid
finished
Game.
watching that like a couple of like 2 months, 3 months ago. I don't know. It's been a while, right? Alice in
Yeah, yeah.
Borderland.
Jong and I watched it like when it came out, like
Yeah,
Hmm.
last
also
year. I
enjoyed
think.
it.
Yeah, we
and
liked
and
it.
I liked it too. I liked it too. But but this time it's different in the sense that Alice in Borderland brought them to a completely different world where everyone else was gone. This time they purposely got, and I guess invited and handpicked in that
Mhm.
sense, as everyone had a similar issue. These people were individuals who were either wanted by the law or in so much debt. I mean,
People
basically
on the edge.
the part of society that they think no one would miss, right? And gave them this chance. Um, at first, I felt like it's just gonna be cliche. It's just something similar to what I've watched before. But then, as I move forward, it's starting to be interesting. I liked it, and I continue to like it, and I think I'll be continuously watching it. My favorite episode, if I'm not mistaken, is episode number 4. That's where you have the third game with the tug of war.
Oh, that's a good episode. We
Dude,
can
I
Oh,
deep dive
love,
into.
that was
I
that's a great
love
episode.
how
Yeah.
it ended that episode. It's like everyone's pulling, and
Mhm.
they're being dragged, and they're so tense and excited, and suddenly, pap, credits. I was like,
Okay.
what? Fuck no! But thankfully, this is Netflix. Click next episode. Imagine if this was like before, you had to wait
Ah,
a full week, and you're like, wait, no, it can't just end there, right? I mean,
ah,
I like that part. I mean, that for me was like so far, that's pretty awesome. The characters, sometimes I like them, sometimes I hate them,
mhm.
but then again, I guess they're acting their part of society. I mean, you've got one who is uh you've got one who is pretending to be well, not he, although he said he's not the captain, they're all equal. He tries to be the boss, and he
Mhm.
also tries to hide stuff from the rest of the team. I mean, I kind of sometimes like him, sometimes I hate him. Each one of the characters are they play a good role, and they actually play their characters well, because you kind of end up liking them, rooting for them, or you just really hate them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So yeah, there. That's
Chubax,
my
what do you
take.
think?
How about you, Chewy? Yeah, Chewy.
Oh, I'm loving it so far. I'm at episode 7, I think, and uh, it's similar to Alice, like Raymond said. But my problem with it as a start was
Hmm.
there wasn't anybody likable at the start. But even what's his name?
Very
Good
true.
call.
Uh,
Good call. Yep,
You
yep.
nailed it. You
Yeah.
nailed it.
because like in Alice in Borderland, they were friends. You were emotionally invested at the three of them. Because they're cool bros together, and then
Mhm.
they were trapped in another world. And here you don't like them, and then I like that as it went on. The games are interesting. The everything is the conspiracy or whatever the secret behind the games is also interesting and mysterious. And the main protagonist starts to become likable.
Mhm.
I like that, and then I also like that it's not like a 180. Like there's still parts where
Oh, they're
like
not. You can't be all good. Yeah.
yeah, because like even the lead guy is like at the start you just see him like being an ass, a gambler, but there was a reason. It was like he's a good guy. He's just like down on his luck and he's desperate.
Mhm.
So he goes to gambling and stuff. But you see his good-hearted nature in the next few episodes. But he's not that good. He's
Yeah.
not like
Yep. And
heroic.
his gambling and his kind of his descent to debt is from a traumatic
Yeah.
experience. It's
So
not even
so
just. Mhm.
he's a really
Mhm.
good guy, but he's not like the heroic kind of guy. So I
Mhm.
like that. I did like Ali.
Ali.
Sunwoo, yeah, he's on my dislike list. Like he's showing signs of like liking him because he's smart and he's nice sometimes. So it's just like that just pissed me off more. Like he's like the opposite of the main guy. The main guy's really good, but sometimes
Yeah.
he's an ass. This guy is like he's an ass, but sometimes he's good. So they're like mirror images flipped over. I like the girl. She's cool. Uh, and I had to agree with RJ. My favorite was the tug of war until I went to the
The
marble
hanger.
game. That episode was the marble game was like
The marble
Yeah.
game. Oh my god.
oh my
That was deep.
that
That was deep.
Yeah.
and the ending was like get to it RJ,
Yeah.
but damn. So I'll finish it before next week. So how about you, Mark? Go.
Okay, don't get me wrong, guys. It's a must watch, yeah. But unlike it's like every Korean K drama I've seen, every Korean movie, it's it's well made, Hollywood quality. But like everything, they kind of have they always have difficulty in ending stuff. They always end
Drop the ball.
yeah, they always drop the ball in the ending. For me.
Oh, and
Of
Gong Yu
course,
is there.
as you said, yeah, the situations were awesome, especially the tug of war, the marble thing, the Pepsi 7 Up, the red light green light. In the Philippines, we call it Pepsi 7 Up. In Korea, it's red light green light.
Green
So
light.
yeah, uh, I like the characters, but the side characters, but the main characters, I kind of dislike them because what's the name of the lead guy? Jihun.
Four,
Jihun. How do
four,
you say
five,
his name?
six.
Chubax.
Wait.
Jihun, right?
Yeah, something like that. Wait, we lost
Jihun,
RJ.
yeah.
We lost
Oh,
RJ.
we lost RJ. He'll
Hold
be
on.
back. They
We need to
always
shoot
do.
screens.
Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if this works. Oh, it works. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, it's like Kevin.
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 Um,
Okay, you're good to go, Mark.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, okay. The lead guy, Jihun.
Mhm. Four,
Yeah,
five,
as you
six.
said, yeah, he started unlikable, but at the end he was kind of assertive, more
Oh,
assertive.
shit,
But
he's back.
for me, there's no redeeming quality to him.
Sure.
Unlike in Alice in Borderland, Jong Chubax. You remember the ending of Alice in Borderland
Love it.
when the face cards were shown?
Mhm.
We were all hyped for the next
Yeah.
season because they're
Yep.
gonna go after them, the game
The
masters,
Game
right?
Masters.
Mm.
Same in this case, it's kind of the same premise, but I'm not that excited because he's not smart. how how will he go
Oh,
against the game masters? He'll
yeah.
die
Okay.
It's
for sh-
Okay.
with
That's
that
I get
intellect.
it.
But
I get it.
yeah, I'm trying to make it as less spoilery as possible.
that's
So
fine.
yeah, on to
No
you,
worry.
Jong. On to you,
Again,
Jong. What do you think?
like everybody, this is one of those things that if you have time, and you have Netflix, you should put it in your queue. You should watch it.
Must
Yeah,
It's
watch.
9 episodes.
yeah. It's a must watch.
You
It's a must
you
watch.
you also said the production quality, because like there's plenty of US television, or plenty of television that does the semi same premise, that tries to be deep and tries to be psychological and whatnot,
Yep.
but they can't execute on the visuals. So they all of the episodes from episode 0 to episode 9, um super high quality, great sets, great cinematography,
True.
even like the blood effects and whatever, it looks great, so
Yeah,
you'll never be
love the
detached,
splatters.
right? um what I didn't like about the story, again, I still finished it in literally one sitting, because that it was that good. I was just going to watch a few episodes for our discussion this week, but end up finishing it. Is the first, I think in every K drama that I've seen, it's opposite. Like, I'm fine with the ending because they always want to do maybe season 2, season 3, whatever. But the exposition, the first two, maybe 2.5 episodes, it's just so long. There's very little action. And like you mentioned it, sir, like they're so unlikable. Like everybody
Yeah,
is, because they're picked because they know that they will be, um and that's
No, which
so
kind of
sorry,
makes
I'm jumping
sense. It
themes.
does make
Yeah,
sense that they're all unlikable. That's why they're there. They even tell
exactly.
each
But
to each
yeah,
other, right? Why would I
100%.
trust you?
And
You're here.
mhm.
We're both here.
The I
Exactly.
think my theme that I love the most is the fact that they got kidnapped, or they got tricked into playing the game. They saw the first game. Of course, they realized that, oh, everybody actually really dies, and it's not just like a fun slapping or embarrassing game. People's lives are at stake. They were asked to, or they could have, they left. They
They
voted.
did
They
leave.
didn't want to stay.
yeah,
They were set free, and everybody came back. So I know that's a little bit of a spoiler, but it's super early in the series. You're gonna find it out. So
yeah,
so everybody came back out of their own accord. So showing the reasons why people are there was, I that's where I started. It's like, all right, fine, I'm gonna suffer through. at least watching this unlikable guy, unlikable girl, another unlikable a gangster. You're leaving your mom in her death. So like fuck it. So I'm gonna power through that because everybody has a reason. And the games were nice too. Like the games were fairly interesting. It's not too complicated that you don't need skill. So every game that they showed there was a combination of either luck, skill, and brains. It's like you don't have to be like extremely lucky or extremely good to survive any of the multiple games that they show it there. So I like that fact because sometimes
They're
it's
trying to
good
balance
to
it as much
see.
as they
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, but again, um also towards the end, yeah, it's not as strong, but only because I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to do a season 2 and a season 3. So that's I already baked that in my understanding. But I will always say that Korean shows have too much of those, like, you know, you ask a person a question or somebody's on the phone and it'll zoom in your face slowly for 10 seconds, and the person will say one word, and then there's soundtrack and score, and then they zoom in another 20 seconds. Like, dude, you can cut that into 4 seconds, man. So many expositions. But yeah, I really like Squid Game. I'm pretty sure there's going to be they haven't announced it yet, but I'm pretty sure there's going to
All
be a
right, it's gonna be
second
sure.
season.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be interesting because naturally there are people there that will not survive. There will be main characters that will not survive. I'm just going to be interesting on how they will replenish the characters in the story. So
Well,
hopefully it's not.
in the episode itself, you also had someone who was the cop who was browsing through, and the Squid Game has been happening since the
Very long
70s.
time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
very
So
very long
it's
Very
time.
long time.
and that
Uh,
and that actually brings the point. There must have been a lot of people missing since then, and no one's heard about it
Scared. Yeah.
Well, these were the
or
desperate,
or cared.
down on their
Yeah,
ass ones
exactly.
anyway. So,
It's,
so
Yeah, and,
home
and the pickpocket. She's a model. This is her first
No,
first.
acting job.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh.
Yeah.
really.
It,
And she's really
Okay.
good. She's really good.
she got that vibe right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so homework for next week. We'll finish. RJ and I will finish up for that.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
on a side note, Mark, have you seen Hospital Playlist?
Oh, sadly, yes, because of my wife.
You don't like it? I
It's
love it, dude.
done.
It's so
It's
good.
No,
done.
no,
It's
the
so
series is
good.
so good. The ending is so bad for
Really?
Will
me
they have a second
Again?
season? Should
Why?
I watch
because I
it?
wanted because I
No, this
wanted
is the second
more.
season, or is it?
It's because
Yeah.
I
Oh, the
wanted
second
more.
season.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because you wanted more. I think there
Yeah,
will
it's
be.
because
I
I
think there
wanted
will be.
more.
Because the guy said he planned.
Really?
Yeah,
But
he
they said
planned.
goodbye, right?
Yeah, but he said
I
he
think it
planned
Kind
it for
of
does.
had the
three.
finality feel to it.
That's. I think it's good. I think they might. I think there's a good chance for a third,
I think the
especially how good
success of
this went.
the
Yeah.
episode. Yeah,
Because
The
he always
series is good.
he said he planned it
The
for
ending is
three.
bad because I want more.
He planned
but
it
it'll
for
be
three.
sad.
Really? Yeah, yeah.
But it'll be sad, Chewy, if they made a third one and it's not as good. You know what I mean? I mean, right? The
I know,
first one was great,
but the thing
and then
is,
the second one
I think the
I
second one was
thought was
better.
gonna suck,
For me, it was
but the
better.
second one's better. Yeah.
But the thing
So I
with,
was worried now. How do you make it better? How do you
but
top
for
it?
me,
They're like
the
all
thing is,
happy with
as,
someone,
as I was always telling with
like
John,
Jong, happy
no,
with someone.
I was
My cat. My cat
no,
over there.
I went to a deep dive with John, trying to make him watch this a week or two ago, and
Oh,
Did you?
Not
he
yet, not
hasn't
yet.
watched it yet.
you
Yeah.
should.
I
But
will. I'm excited. I'm excited.
it's not really plot heavy. It's just like
No.
Friends. It's like Friends meets
Exactly.
And
With
John, my
with
Grey's
wife's a
Anatomy.
doctor.
Grey's
John,
Anatomy.
my wife's a doctor.
yeah.
Of
And
course.
she said that what
It's accurate.
happens in the hospital playlist, it
A lot
really
of it's
happens
accurate. Yeah,
in,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
in real
okay.
life. Yeah.
I'm hooked. I'm
That's
hooked.
why I'm telling Jong, like, it's like Friends. There's the plot. It's not plot heavy. There's not like people dying. I mean, when it comes to the group,
They do.
the group five friends. There's not like one episode the lead guy is hanging from a bridge, or there's a robbery, like the ER or the Grey's Anatomy shit where these guys, the main cast is always in like high drama. This is like
Mortal peril.
it's
Yeah,
like
that's
Friends,
right, that's
even
right.
less than Friends, because in Friends there's infighting between the friends. And these are just five people who like each other, and they hang out
Nice.
when they can, and there's like real.
And they go to this
where-
basement and then they
Yeah,
have a
and
band.
it's even like realistic where we see them always eating together, but one or two will always get called out because they're doctors. You know, so like
Yeah.
they'll eat for lunch, but then within a few minutes, one or two has to go, which is realistic. So it's really light. And I was telling my friend, the only thing sad or deep in it with the drama is with the patients who come and go. But
Yes.
aside from that, their lives are so. It's just light. Everything's light about it. It's like,
That's awesome.
and there's not a
I
lot
like
of
a like show.
the. I was telling Mark, I was telling Jong that it's not like the Goblin or Descendants where there's like
Yeah.
30-second shot of the killing moment where
Oh, yeah.
zooming different angles. This one there's barely any. It's just like
Dude,
nice normal scenes
crash
that
landing on you with a guy who got shot like what 14 times and he still had the time to tell his story before he dies off. My
and this
God.
one is like even the romantic moments are just nice realistic ones where they see each other in the elevator without music. It's just,
Yeah.
that's it. It's so chill. That's everything I can say about it. So chill.
What I agree with you is that it's like Friends. You tend to really like the characters. So I was really sad when they ended. I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna see them again. It's like you're not gonna see your friends.
Okay, so that's
I like how they
Jong's
built
that's
it.
Jong's homework
That's my
for
homework.
next week.
Your
I'm
homework.
actually very excited about it. And actually I've also, seen a few tweets and memes about Hospital Playlist about being a very, very good show. But again, I usually watch Netflix while I'm working during the day because I work all the
So
time,
you can't really
and it's
watch.
very
Who
hard to
doesn't?
watch something with subtitles. I really need to lay down and watch it. So okay, but I do have some time this weekend. I'm very excited to watch it. Um,
Maybe
Last week,
make it your meal show while you're eating.
meal show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. Because it's not
But
heavy.
guys, my
Yeah.
my wife made me do it. No
Uh,
takers? Okay, okay, no takers.
I made my wife do it.
um, so again, very healthy discussion. A lot of stuff that we have seen, but usually in the pod too, we want to recommend a few clips or a few things that we like myself and Chubax. Like these are this week's recommendations. If you have any time at all, you need to really watch
So this
this.
is
Uh,
homework for next week, Jay and Mark.
All right.
Got
right.
it.
So do we have another? Well, everybody has seen trailers from Midnight Mass, but Chubax, what's your recommendation of the week?
Oh, it's the Midnight Mass is my recommendation.
Give us a pitch. Give us like a real quick pitch on what Midnight Mass is and why we should watch it.
I don't know a lot. It's just like a guy coming back to his town, and then there's shit happening. All I know is that it's from the guy who made Haunted Hill, right?
Yeah.
Who wrote Haunted Hill,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of outlets are scoring
Oh.
it like a masterpiece. 10.
Yeah. And it's
Mm.
also Rahul Kohli, kind of funny best friend. It's also there, so you should watch it. Yeah, but that's good. Mine is
Hey, wait.
super.
Speaking
Oh,
speaking of new trailers, what was the trailer regarding the Crazy Rich Asian meets vampires?
It's
What?
here. It's here. Don't worry.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
I
All
got your
right.
back.
It's
Okay.
I
it's
got your
going
back.
to be in our
Okay.
reactions portion, but so my reco of the week, very very short. It's I think 2.5 3.5 minutes, but Warner Brothers released the gag reel of the Suicide Squad, so you can see Idris Alba fucking up. I always I'm a sucker for the Jackie Chan films, like the what was that where they show bloopers of the
The
film
bloopers.
during
Yeah.
credits. Always been a big fan, so I love it when I see gag reels in particular. I love bonus footage too, but that's too brainy. Finding, seeing people fuck up and laughing about it is super fun. So the Suicide gag reel will be linked, as with all of the reaction, all the trailers that we're going to react to, in the description. So are we gonna do this now? Are we're
So
gonna run through our
that's your
reactions?
homework for next week for us to watch
Yep,
the gag reel. Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Just have fun. Uh, all right. So this is the fun section of the pod where Trubox will tee up a bunch of the trailers that we've either seen or we have not seen, and we'll react to them. The first one is by me. I shared the newest trailer of the Batman, Matt Reeves's Batman with Robert Pattinson. Actually, I haven't seen the entirety
Crap.
of it, and I
Wait,
don't know
let me
what's
see if
new.
let me see. I don't think there's anything new, but let me see if I share. Did I share audio?
Oh, check it out. Run it, and then
Okay.
we'll hear.
From your secret
Do you hear it?
friend.
No,
Nope.
no audio.
1 second.
Again, growing show, growing show.
Okay.
Let's
Are
play
we
a game.
ready?
Hear it?
Just me and
There
you.
we go. Yep.
Any of this mean anything to you?
If you are justice,
I think it's just a recut.
It's a little. It's just. It is with a few scenes that are new.
blind eye.
See, that's new. The suit. That's
How many
quite
more
new.
bones will you crush?
The hell are you supposed to be?
How many lives will you destroy in pursuit of what you call justice? You are the product of everything you fear.
You're part of this too.
I always love a scene with a good sound cuts.
I didn't know who was talking because it wasn't the Riddler, the Penguin.
Necro.
But that's not.
I think it's a Riddler.
Yeah. No.
Is it?
Well, Riddler had the muffled voice because he had the mask. But we'll see. It's fun. But yeah, we see a little bit more of the suit. We saw Robert Pattinson getting shot to kind of like showcase the suit. So yeah, it was
I'm very excited for this. Next year, right? 2022.
next year. So what? But the W. So this one is.
22.
I think the first one is going to be theaters only from Warner Brothers. So
Hmm.
hopefully, COVID has died down already, so all of us can watch it.
This next one,
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Brings back memories from the old days, from the college days.
Okay. So CSI Vegas
Tell me the
official.
truth. Not your truth or my truth,
It's Grissom, baby. I just love me some
Grissom?
but the
Yeah.
truth.
Gil Grissom.
Every case, every defendant that was put away with evidence from our lab has been called into question. Our life's work is on the line.
You either made an error or
Sarah
you were a party
Seidel.
to criminal malfeasance.
They're a
What we're
couple.
really talking
They're married
about is
couple.
my lab's reputation. Welcome to 2021. A whole lot of careful criminals out there.
We do get the occasional moron.
What do we do now?
What we always do, Jim. Follow the evidence.
Do you
Yeah.
think I could persuade you to come back to CSI?
October 6th.
This is CSI. This one has been the best one of all
You do
the.
this job
Yeah,
long enough.
sure.
Of course.
The things we see. When you want to scream, where do you go?
My experience. Science will tell us if how things look
I just hope they don't bring them up. I'm gonna be pissed, so pissed.
is how they really are.
Yeah.
Is this the first time
Yeah,
that
darling,
a
the
series
truth
has
emerges.
been rebooted with its own characters?
Huh. Good question. I don't know.
No,
This is
Dexter also,
fascinating
right?
because well Dexter was more of like a redo, not a reboot, because they fucked that series
But this
up
one
so
too is
bad in
like
the
a
end.
sequel. This one's also like a continuation.
Yeah. Is this technically a
It's like a
reboot or
continuation.
sequel?
No, it's a
It's
continuation.
a continuation, but like the idea was like they are bringing back, or they're bringing back the series because it was canceled with the with some of the
With
original cast.
almost the original people.
Yeah, that's very interesting. But I'm hyped. October 6th. I'm gonna. It's one of my. It's on Hulu, so I'll watch it. So
This one,
what's up?
this one I like. This one I like.
We're seeing what Night Teeth,
Night
another
Teeth from
Netflix.
Netflix.
show.
Hey, driver.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's play a game. What would you do if you knew tonight was your last night out?
It's like Collateral.
I'm a pretty chill
cross,
guy. I just
Collateral
owe my
Tom
brother.
Cruise.
I go
Cross
to school.
Vampire.
Yeah.
Come on, driver.
Last night on Earth, drugs, women, men, old enemies. You're just waiting to pop.
I'd definitely kill you.
Finally, he bites back. We're hitting every single one of these parties tonight, and we need to get to the last stop by morning.
Here's it, Bruce Town.
Oh shit.
The devil is calling, love level is falling. Pedal never stalling, heavy metal was all.
Benny?
Look at it. Looks like a butler or something.
Benny has his hands full tonight.
Yeah.
Who do you think runs the city?
I want a friend like that.
Richer and more powerful than you could ever.
Oh, it's
imagine.
Dickless from Game of Thrones.
Dickless, yeah. From Game of Thrones.
I'm just
His name's Alfie.
I bet you give me
His name is Alfie.
there's these two
I'm
women, right?
in.
I've been driving them around all night. There's something weird going on.
I need you to be smart. If you do anything stupid, like try and run, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Sweet. Okay, great.
Might get a little messy in there.
Oh, my bad.
Ooh.
You paused it?
No, my headphones.
I don't think I've ever met anybody like you.
What?
What is wrong with you?
Can't be alive for 200 years and not go a little crazy.
Nicely. So when is this on?
Interesting.
October 20.
October 20th. Okay,
Oh.
that's a
Really
well-cut
close.
trailer.
Nice. Oh, looks nice.
Cute girls,
Huh.
person of color, fun, sex debauchery, cool. I'm in.
Next one is an Apple original, Apple Plus.
I have not seen this. Invasion.
Invasion. Yeah, I think it's out.
October 20th.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill?
My fellow citizens of the world, what I have to say to you is not something I was ever prepared to say. As many of you know by now, we are suffering from inexplicable and seemingly unrelated incidents. Ranging from power outages to the destruction of infrastructure and homes. We now believe these incidents are not unrelated, but in fact, connected. What is being visited upon our Earth is not of our Earth.
Listen to me.
You're leaving now.
That's my car!
I'm keeping us safe.
Safe from what?
Your squad was lost in an encounter. Was that your only encounter?
これはパターンです。つまりメッセージ。
一体何するつもりなの？
コンタクトする。
That girl from Boy.
It's like the dirt. The glow.
We might be all that stands between life as we know it and the end of all existence.
And only
The world wants to test us. To see if it can break us.
Help me! Please! Not today.
this bitter.
Love me some Sam Neill.
Maybe I'll check it out.
I'm just scared it looks too.
To sci-fi.
No. There's I call it the Game of Thrones curse where you start with like 5 different settings and then you don't know how long it'll take for them to come together. It's like the story's not tight because it's like,
or if they will ever come together.
I know, so it's like,
what if they're just happening separately?
I know, so
Yeah.
it's like, why am I watching something that's so, they're not connected? Like, I'm more connected to the other guy than you are. So why are you showing me him?
It's decent action. And it was like Alien Invasion. So, but it's Apple Plus. It's so difficult to watch Apple Plus stuff. But
Really? Why
on the
so?
list. No, it's like I don't have Apple Plus subscription. I mean, at least
yeah.
other things,
Next
So
one
what's
is
what's
what,
up? Dead and Beautiful.
Mark was saying. This is
Yeah.
the Crazy Rich Asian vampire. We're back to vampire.
Guys, may I propose a toast to those who have departed?
He's not dead.
We are the new generation of wealth.
我们走在不同世界里。We've done everything. We're bored. That's why they keep doing dumb shit on their terms.
Trying not to react because I'm married, but
David Verbeek.
What happened? Oh my god.
嘴巴里面真的有东西。
What?
是假的吧？
No matter what happens, we take care of each other.
That's bad, right?
Also, they're newly
Let's
minted
go.
vampires.
We don't even know if they're real.
Lulu, you need to stay calm, okay?
身为一个华人吸血鬼，还是会觉得很奇怪。No way！ 这难道连我自己都看不到吗？
What? There's no reflection.
No reflection.
There is only one way to find out what we are.
Crazy Rich
You know
Asians.
you're not taking the action.
exactly.
Like me.
Was this a movie or?
I hope it's a movie because I don't want to see reviews of it.
I think it's a movie.
Streaming only on Shudder, so it is a
Never
movie. Okay, so that it looks very stylish. I like it. I'm watching that. Okay,
For the
next one,
for-
Supercrooks.
For our last one,
For the
it's,
last, okay.
it's an anime adaptation of a good Mark Miller graphic novel.
Okay, so
So
Supercrooks is a graphic
Yeah,
novel.
it's like it only came out like a 6-issue, so it's like a one-shot 6-issue run,
Mhm.
not like ongoing series. So I liked it. It's not his best, but it was good. So let's see the trailer. But this is anime.
囚人番号
anime style.
0053839ジョニー・ボルト出ろおーいシャバに出たらちゃんと能力者として責任ある行動をとりますグリグリ
伝説に残る大仕事だ
ターゲットは
Union of Justice.
これが俺ザ・ゴーストの力さ
It's like a GPO style.
I like the art.
I like the art. It's
裁きの時だバチバチ来るぜ
It's like Chun-Li's kick.
November.
November
November.
25.
November
Yeah,
25.
so Mark, like Miller World was sold to Netflix, like the rights and content for it. So we're gonna see a lot of Mark Millar stuff.
Good game. I love Mark.
Well, they already canceled the first one, like that Jupiter thing.
Jupiter Legacy.
Yeah, it's too bad. Is that it? That's it. That's all the stuff.
There's a couple more, but it's we can save it for next week, I guess.
Yeah. Save it for next week. Awesome. So we have a lot. So amongst the stuff that we've seen, what are you what are you going to watch, and what are you most excited about in the next couple of weeks, RJ?
Um, Good question. I don't know. I still need to catch up with our homework. I'll finish up
Mhm.
Squid Game.
Midnight Mass
Um,
next after that.
Oh, Midnight Mass. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's
A
that's
lot of
required
homework.
for our, you know.
For next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
How
need
about
to
you,
finish
Mark?
it. Just
Me, I
Yep,
gotta
so-
catch up on my what ifs.
What ifs?
That's what I missed. Yeah.
try to start
How about
Midnight
you,
Mass.
Chubax?
na.
Surprisingly, I've watched every other thing,
Yeah,
even though
see?
I said I didn't do my homework.
Peanut gallery important.
Surprisingly.
Midnight Mass is only 7 episodes.
There you go.
Yeah, gotta
Is-
see that. Too.
Is Kate worth watching?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want action, you want it. You 100%.
Kat is
I
my
love
wife
that.
loves those brainless actions. Action.
Take it
Sometimes
as it
they-
is.
One of our personal favorite is always Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus.
Oh, I actually liked Olympus Has Fallen. I did like it.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler.
My only problem with I guess it's a trilogy, right? Is he lost the beard and the mustache
Oh.
in the second and the third. Seriously, he doesn't look as good as the first one.
That's
The beard
true.
and the mustache.
I'll give him that.
And that's the only movie I've seen him without the mustache in the second and the third one. Like
Oh, I see. I saw him in Geostorm too. So
he had the beard there, right? And the mustache.
he still had it. No, he's
Yeah.
just fairly clean. Yeah.
So weird, no? Like
Yeah.
so for me, I'm excited about Midnight Mass. I'm excited for CSI. Those are the ones and the two vampire flicks. Night Teeth.
I'm
Dead and
Night
Buried, I
Teeth.
guess.
I'm gonna start hospital playlist
Yes.
right away.
Do
Should have a
it.
section
Do
on
Because
it.
I'm also tired. I just want something brainless for this week. And of course, Midnight Mass. We're gonna watch that. I'm also very excited to find somebody to watch Malignant with because it seems super fun.
Please, that's your
And then-
homework.
And we didn't touch upon it like this week. I think we skipped or forgot about it, but we'll do it next week too. It's like Star Wars Visions.
Yes, I saw it, but yeah, let's move it for next week.
I saw. I mean,
I saw the
just
first
to like tease. The first episode was the best first episode that I've seen, and that was so beautiful. Got me hooked. Like that
I
black
didn't know
and white
I didn't know about the
anime.
twist. I didn't notice that it was.
Well,
I didn't expect
it
it. Was
is.
it that in the trailer? He did that in the trailer, but I didn't know the color.
oh, I thought it was already red in the
Was it
trailer,
already
but the
red?
idea of it, like, it's
Let me
super.
check.
That was the strongest first episode that I've seen. So
Really?
I
Was it
I
that
thought
good
I
compared
was
to
for me.
compared to the Marvel anime thing?
Oh, it's apples and oranges because
Oh, okay.
the mere fact that these Star Wars visions it's non-canon, it's super experimental, it's
Oh.
whatever that the studio wanted to do. It's just that the art for the first episode, the style and the action
Mark, imagine
sequences
if
was
Kurosawa
my
did
aesthetic.
Star
Okay.
Wars. That's
Star
the
Wars.
first episode.
Okay.
Like any
Enough
Talk
said.
about
fan,
that
If
next
your
week.
Jimbo was done with lightsabers.
Yoji.
and if it's like literally if Lone Wolf and Cub kind of sort is it was so good.
We're using
Did you
lightsabers.
see the first 3 or just the first?
I saw the first 3. I mean the third one, or the second one I was past. The third one was pretty. I enjoyed that too, with that kind of 90s Voltron style of art with
I like the second one too. It's it subverted expectation. I was expecting like another big fight or something, but the way it's just like Beck was an anime, was a Star
Beck.
Wars that. It's just like that. So I like it for what it is, the power of music.
it's extremely surprising, and I think the Star Wars vision is going to be one of those things that you pop on in the background to see something very nice and to have some cool story behind it. It's exceeding my expectations for a week on week anthology style
Oh, this is the question though.
cartoon.
Did you watch it in English or in Japanese?
Oh, Japan, come on.
Oh, okay.
Come
Good,
on.
good, good.
Come on.
Come on.
Don't
My
ruin
kids,
the fun.
we watched
Come
it in
on.
Japanese too.
Come on.
Yeah, come. The only dub that I watch is if I'm doing a rewatch of Hunter x Hunter or something like that. I will put on the background. That'll be dub. Yeah. I watched like the Initial D series on Hulu dub because I don't need to read that anymore. But yeah, but everything else, we're gonna watch something.
Lucas and Isabella were singing with the band in the episode 2.
Yeah.
Is that-
If you can speak said language. Yeah, I think that's it. We went through a lot of stuff. We have our friends here. It seems great. Parting words, Mark.
Yeah, love to be here. Time flies when you're having fun. I'll try to be here as often as I can. I'll try to be a host again. Not just a peanut gallery
Always
guy,
welcome, brother.
yeah.
I think you watched a lot of stuff.
I was just super
Surprisingly,
surprised.
yeah.
You've seen all of the ones that were discussed. RJ, parting words.
I'll try to be here.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to be here, finally. I love the fact that we have homework.
Yeah,
And
fun
definitely
home-
need to catch up. It's fun because it gives me direction on what to watch and whether it's
RJ.
good or not. I mean, you could get your input. Yeah.
Does Josie watch horror movies?
Yeah, she does. She
Watch-
hates it though at night.
Oh, you also have 2 homeworks: Malignant and Midnight Mass.
Malignant.
Please,
All right.
please watch Malignant. I want to discuss it with you so bad.
I'm
With all
watching
of
it
you.
tonight.
All right. All right. It's good. We're gonna watch it probably tomorrow
Okay.
afternoon. She hates it at night because she doesn't sleep. She's like
Yeah.
stressed. Like,
It's fine. It's fine. Just watch it. It's
Sure, Malignant.
Just to get this out of the way, it's kind of campy. So don't expect, because it's from James Wan, who created Conjuring. If Conjuring was
okay.
a fine steak, this is your fast food restaurant. So don't expect fine dining.
Okay.
But it's
No worries.
I still loved it.
We'll definitely
Chubax.
put it on the
Oh.
list.
Parting words, Chubax.
No, just you guys know the homework, the viewers too. Please like and subscribe. And
Yeah, like and subscribe. Likewise.
see you next week.
Yeah. All right. With that, again, don't forget we're on YouTube. Tweet at us. We're on Twitter. We're on the major podcasting services around the world, particularly Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And we have a bunch of stuff to watch next week. Midnight Mass. Watch Hospital Playlist with me if you haven't finished Squid Game.
Malignant.
Also good. And Malignancy. If you haven't found something to watch this week with you, your friends, and your family from this podcast, well, you listen to other podcasts too. They might have other suggestions. With that,
just follow our list.
Just follow this podcast. For
Yeah.
goodness sake.
again, that's it for episode 3. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Later.